Sir, good evening, sir. Professor Chennai, sir, may I start?
Okay, Amrit sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening to one and all. A warm welcome to 37th International Workshop under International Workshop Series. Look up, aim high, nation first, self next, Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. Life lessons from India's true leader, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Jointly organized by Internal Quality Assurance Cell, IQAC, Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, Meghalaya, and in Society for Training and Development, ISTD, Shillong Chapter, Shillong, Meghalaya, in collaboration with the Department of Philosophy and IQAC, MORAN College affiliated to Dibrugarh University, MORANHAT, ASSAM, India, and Department of Philosophy and SVU Computer Center, Sri VENKATESWARA University, TIRUPATI, Andhra Pradesh. A warm welcome to today's keynote speaker, Professor Chennai, sir. Honorable, sir, please mute, sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor P.S. Shukla, sir.
Amrit,
Sir, mute, sir. Your audio is coming out. Okay, I am muted, sir. I muted. Okay. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, P.S. Shukla, sir, Northeastern Hill University, and Professor Raja Reddy, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sri Venkateswara University, Professor Mithali Kovamam, Principal, Moran College, Assam, Dr. B. Nagarajasri, Madam, Director, SVU Computer Center, Professor B.S. Mipun, sir, Chairperson, ISTD, Dr. Rajendra Prasad Bartukur, sir, IQAC Coordinator, Moran College, Professor A.S. Dikshit, sir, Director, IQAC NEHU, and Dr. Sutasini Gogoi, Madam, Head Department of Philosophy, Coordinator, Moran College, and noble participants. I still remember whenever I have time, I'm always interacting with the Professor Chennai, sir. Sir said Subhash Chandra Bose was the main reason to get freedom for India. So Attlee, the former Prime Minister of England, he informed, even I'm going to show you a video, Subhash Chandra Bose, because of his dynamic leadership qualities, because he has good relation association with Japan, Germany, Azadi Hind Pause. So there are so many innovative qualities. Being I'm going to present what is qualities of a leader or true leader. There are he's a visionary, extraordinary thing. He has his own understanding about freedom, how to deal it. Uh, Maybe sometimes he can agreed with the opinion of Mahatma Gandhi, sometimes opposed. So Professor Chennai sir is the right person because even though sir is a philosophy teacher or education teacher, but sir knows very well about history, also political science, history, many other subjects. So I'm going to request Professor Chennai sir to deliver keynote address. Myself, I'm going to present innovative and unknown many things about Subhash Chandra Bose through videos and his expression, his views on different aspects. With this, we are going to start our program with Vande Mataram.
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजला सुफला शीतला सस्यश्यामला मातरं वन्दे शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्.
Thank you. I am requesting Professor P. Chennai sir, coordinator, today's keynote speaker, my own guru, to deliver keynote address. Over to Professor Chennai sir.
A respectable coordinator, Dr. Amrit sir, and who is the designer for the of conferences with excellent manner last 1 year, and the other participants of the program. Subhash Chandra Bose, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is a national leader, a freedom fighter, a person of excellency, a person of heroism. So he born in 1897, January 23rd, according to the date, died in 1945, August 18th. This is a biographical information. So here you see the India. So India has faced so many problems. In the before Christ, after Christ, many years India lived with the highest glory. In the Middle Ages, we find various types of political disturbances. In 1600, the Britishers entered into India. They approached the King Jahangir in Surat. They have presented something to Jahangir that we are going to do some business in India. We will pay taxes to you. They convinced in excellent manner to Jahangir, and he approved for doing business in India. Then they started. So you know very well, from 1600 to 1857, the East India Company ruled throughout the country. In 1857, we find soldiers mutiny. Then many people entered in the freedom struggle. We find two types of people in the freedom struggle. One is a soft people, another is a extreme people. So many people entered in the freedom struggle. It has gone slowly, actively, different sense. But here, the role of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in the freedom struggle is different. At the age of 24, Subhash Chandra Bose passed the Indian Civil Services examination. In 1921, he passed. He got orders from passing of civil services. He submitted joining report. This joining report also there in the YouTube and many places relating with submission of joining report by Subhash Chandra Bose with own writing. So he resigned for that. Then he entered in the freedom struggle. He worked as a Indian National Congress president from 1939. In the year 1939, he has close association with Mahatma Gandhi. He has discussed with Muhammad Ali Jinnah in 1939. While they are discussing, they talked the unity of the country, many things. But Subhash Chandra Bose is a person. He understood the actual international affairs. He understood the actual nature of what is happening in the Europe and the other parts of the countries. So here in the year 1939, the Second World War started. So it was in the big range. Here the Adolf Hitler, the Nazi party leader, conquered many parts of the Europe. He has given very shock to Britain also. So the leaders of the France left from the country. Many countries Germany occupied under the leadership of the Adolf Hitler. So Adolf Hitler started war with Russia. He occupied many parts of the Eastern European countries also under the leadership of Adolf Hitler. So Russia started against war to Adolf Hitler. During the wartime, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, nearly in the years 1942, he was under house arrest. He left from house arrest through Afghanistan, some different through Russia. He entered Germany. He entered Berlin. He met Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler appreciated the dynamic energy of the Subhash Chandra Bose. So Adolf Hitler has given some assurance to help for his cause, because Britain is an enemy for Germany. Britain is an enemy for India. So Britain is an enemy for Subhash Chandra Bose. So during that period in India, he started Azadi Hind Force, Indian National Army for Freedom. So he entered in the Germany. He talked with Adolf Hitler. He got assurance. He has right relations with Japan. So through the help of the Japan, the Germany, Adolf Hitler, Subhash Chandra Bose has got extraordinary energy. So here Germany conquered many parts of the Europe, and he has given great shock to Britain, to occupy Britain also. At that time, Subhash Chandra Bose got an idea. This is the time for us to get our independence. So here, Subhash Chandra Bose started Azad Hind Force. What is the motive of Azad Hind Force? What are the objectives, goals of the Azad Hind Force? Unity of the country, undivided country, no Pakistan, no Bangladesh, no division. Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Jains, all the people should live together. Undivided country should be there. So the first motive of Azad Hind Force is to get freedom, to create unity of the country without any division. Another is faithfulness of the country. Respect the another sacrifice. We have to sacrifice our country. The main slogan of Subhash Chandra Bose is, you give me blood, I will give you freedom. So here Subhash Chandra Bose has given a universal saying, a universal law, that is, you must give. If you want to take something, you must give. If you want to get. So here, if you want to get a agriculture crop, you have to sow seeds. If you want to have a right relation with the human beings, have a compassion, love, cooperation, and other things. So here means are most important. So here he has observed the conditions of the Britain, European continent, the victories and success of the Nazi party, the close relationship with Adolf Hitler, the close relations with Japan. So he decided this is the first time, this is the right time for us to conquer our country. So he has framed Azad Hind Fauj. So another basic points, the Azad Fauj is based on complete justice. So we have to do complete justice. Another, undiluted nationalism. So country should be there. Here no caste, no religion, no cult, no idea, no reason. All people should be live together with unity. One way, Akhanda Bharat, unity of Bharat, oneness of Bharat. That is the one of the basis for starting Azad Hind Fauj. Another is impartiality. So here in India, we have different caste, religion, cult, ideologies, unity and diversity in unity. We have to protect all people with unity because the nature of Subhash Chandra Bose is a socialistic pattern outlook. He has great faith on socialism. So what do you mean by socialism? It is a political and a economic organization, economic system. Here, the production, the distribution, the exchange are owned by the government. So the government should produce, the government should distribute, the government should exchange. So he's a socialistic person. He's a person of welfare all people. He has taken more care for the development of. So he said, in India, we have various types of problems. We have poverty, we have unemployment, we have malnutrition, we have various types of illiteracy, various types of social evils. We have to tackle the social evils with the help of the philosophy of socialism. See here, the entire earth or land, the factors of production should be government, labor, capital, and organization. The factors of production owned by the government. So in the socialistic pattern, we have to solve all the problem for the growth of the country. So here is the he has given another outlook for India. So he said a pure nationalism should be there after conquering the India with the freedom. The pure nationalism is based on three principles: Satyam, truth; Shivam, goodness; Sundaram, beauty. See, he said, here in India, we have various types of problems, various types of cultures. Diversity is everything. We have to understand everything, what they are. We have to respect all people with so much of care. We have to see the actual truth of all conditions of the existence of the world. Another goodness, he said, love is the most important. Compassion, cooperation, unity. We have to help all people without any bias. We have to do good things with utmost care. Goodness is the most important. So law is secondary. Good outlook, good decisions implementation. This is the most important. Good policies implementation without any corruption. That is the most important for the growth of the country. So here, Sundaram. So here we have to protect our culture, our forest, our rivers, our oceans, our animals, birds, nature, everything. We have to protect very carefully. So we have to see the truth of the country. We have to do good things for our country. We have to protect the inner and outer beauty of the country. We have to protect the inner and outer beauty of the people. We have to give more importance for the flowering of the growth of the people. These are some of the principles we find in Subhash Chandra Bose relating with nationalism. So here Subhash Chandra Bose is telling, so there is no power in the world to keep India in bondage. It is a free country. So we have to give more care. So he said, it is a blood alone that can pay the price of the freedom. Give me blood and I will give you freedom. So here he said, freedom. Here a political freedom, social freedom, economic freedom, psychological freedom. So he's a genius. He's a highly intelligent person. He has a great vision on the. So while in Azad Hind Fauj, while giving instructions to the members of the Azad Hind Fauj in 1944 in the Burma, here Azad Hind Fauj fought the war in Japan, in Burma, in Impal, in Second World War. So he decided to fight India. So he said, the principles of soldier is faith on the country, faith country. You have to do your duty for the sake of country. At the same time, sacrifice. So you have to sacrifice your blood for the sake of your country. If you sacrifice your blood for your country, the country will grow. We have decided here to shed our blood for the sake of the freedom of India. If you shed and if you die in the middle of the war, our blood will go. It may go with a high level of power. It may win our independence, freedom. He said, one individual may die for the idea, but idea will after the death incarnate itself in 1,000 lives. So he said, we are going here for the sake of freedom. What do you mean by freedom here? Here a political freedom. So Britain has conquered our country. It is under the clutches of Britain. We have to get political freedom first. What is the use of political freedom? If you get political freedom, you can have land, people, sovereignty, powers, and everything you will get. You will do all good things for your people. The political power should be there for the development of the country, for that political freedom. So if you get the political freedom, you may operate the socialistic conditions. So here the socialistic conditions means the industries, the education, the defense, all major parts of the major departments of the country should be under the ownership of the government. So if they are in a proper sense, they may give some proper employment. So in our Indian Constitution also, we have democratic, socialistic, republic, we have secular, socialist, sovereign. We have two words, secular and socialist. So here in this connection, we remembered Indira Gandhi, great leader of our country. She has fought great things for the molding a great voice for our country. Here, Subhash Chandra Bose. So he said, freedom is the most important. He said about the economic freedom. What do you mean by economic freedom? So economic freedom means we have to give financial, economic resources for all people on the basis of needs. If you find inequalities in the society, we don't get any happiness. We should avoid poverty, unemployment, malnutrition, economic inequalities. To avoid economic inequalities, we have to develop reforms in the economic sense on the principles of socialism. So here is socialism. So all exchange, production, distribution, management, all the things are ownership by the government. So he's a socialistic person. He's a democratic person. So he has a great vision on the society. So he has a social freedom, he said. What do you mean by social freedom? So he said, we have to live with a friendly manner, love and affection. We have to avoid the class divisions in the society, the religion, the caste, the conflicting situations. We have to avoid all types of psychological evils in the society. Love should be there. Unity should be there, living together with harmony. So this type of social freedom, Subhash Chandra Bose expected. So here, the cultural freedom. So he's a person of integrity of the culture. So here in India, we have Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, all types of things. Subhash Chandra Bose said, all people of the country, though they may be Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Zoroastrians, or Jains or Buddhists, they are Indians. We have to respect the life of the all people of the country. We have to honor all efforts of the society. If you respect the rights of all the people, if you get love and affection from all sections of the society, we may live with a harmonious manner. Harmony is the most important thing in the society. So here, love, harmony are essential in the social freedom, cultural freedom. So he has an idea that education should be there with the right sense. He has an idea we have to give a great ideals for our society to get more freedom, more integrity, love and affection. In some meetings, before going to Azadi in the first war, he said, now we are in the war. We don't know whether we live or not. After some time, we may get the freedom, the posterity of our country, the future generations of the country will enjoy the freedom of the country. But our motto is a freedom. Don't get any disappointment. Don't get any unhappiness. Don't have any despair. Have a energy. Develop your inner motivation. Do courageous manner. Shortly, we may get the freedom in our country. After getting freedom, we may do many social reforms in the country. We may develop a military which is a very profound. In the future, anybody will come to our country. We won't allow anybody to defeat our country. We may be very heroic people. We may be in a courageous people to win our country. So have a nice relationship in the society. Have a good relationship with the society. So harmonious understanding is the most important thing in the society. So how to live here in the society? Freedom is the most important thing. He has a nice relationship with Mahatma Gandhi, but Mahatma Gandhi thought that the freedom should get through various types of stages with a peaceful means. But Subhash Chandra Bose entered, so he started war in the Second World War. He fought in the Burma, then he entered in the Impal in the northeastern states. So he started a program, Chalo Delhi, Chalo Delhi. So with a courageous manner, he entered in the India. So he, on the basis of many things, all British people understood the actual conditions of the India and the European conditions. So at the time, the Britain was fighting with the European countries, a countries occupied by the Nazi. Subhash Britain got a fear on Subhash Chandra Bose. If you want to give any freedom to India, after some time, the Subhash Chandra Bose, with the help of Adolf Hitler and the Japan, they will come to our country. They may conquer our country. That's why, to avoid insult, to avoid defeat, we should give freedom in advance with a gentle manner. On the basis of this understanding, the Prime Minister, Labour Party, Clinton, so here decided to give independence for India. They passed independence. So here Subhash Chandra Bose effect is a vital in the independence struggle. Here we have various types of things relating with the achievement of freedom. At that time, during the Second World War, he faced so many things. So actually, in the final stage, we have two conclusions relating with the death of Subhash Chandra Bose. So here, in 1945, after Hiroshima Nagasaki bombing by America, August 6th and 9th, in August 18, there is a flight crash. In that flight crash, Subhash Chandra Bose died. This is one information. So another information we have. So to avoid the bad effects of Britain, to avoid the war crimes, inquiries relating with India and everything. So he got information from Britain that Britain Parliament has decided, passed an act to give freedom India. After that, Subhash Chandra Bose has created a plan to avoid disturbances for his personal life. So that is a artificial plane crash. He entered in Russia. So in 1945, during the freedom struggle, during the period of independence of India, Subhash Chandra Bose was in the Tashkent in the Russia. This is a one version. So in 1966, Subhash Chandra Bose met Lal Bahadur Shastri in Tashkent conference. So that is the ending point. So people are thinking, information is saying that the motive of Subhash Chandra Bose is to get freedom for India. He got that information, the passing of bill in the British Parliament. He got to happiness. Then as a political leader, he got a psychological transformation. He got a mutation from becoming a political leader to a saint, a mystic, a yogi, a person of simplicity. So he forgotten everything. He has not given anything to anybody. He stayed in the Russia, in the Tashkent area, lived with a simple manner, listening the great developments of India, enjoying the great news of the independence of India, and he enjoyed the growth of Indian independence. So this is the ending we find relating with Subhash Chandra Bose. He has given great messages to our youth. He said, unity should be there in India to protect. Do your duty very careful manner for the growth of your country. Be sacrifice. Have a life without having any corruption. Live with the honesty. That is the most important. Implement all policies without any partiality. Treat all people with equal rights and equal dignity. That is the most important. Before independence, when he started Azadi in the house, he has sensed many things. He has created plans, the future development of the India. So this is laws, the philosophical laws. You must give if you want to get. So this is a powerful thing. He said about give me blood, give me courage, give me cooperation. I will give freedom to you, freedom of the free country, not only the political, religious, educational, environmental, psychological, social, all sense I have to prepared to give freedom to you. You are now with me. You have given money, status, energy, everything to me. At present, you have to move very carefully. So Subhash Chandra Bose sensed before independence and the future of the after independence also. His outlook is a democratic, socialistic outlook. Honesty is the most important thing. So here in the Subhash Chandra Bose philosophy is freedom is the birthright of every human being. So he said about the freedom, if you have no freedom in the life, that means you have lost interest on your life. You have to develop more freedom. He said about the freedom, freedom is not giving, freedom is taken. Nobody can give freedom to anybody. Freedom is a birthright of every person. If he has no freedom, he has to fight, he has to struggle, he has to create war and develop freedom. If he has no freedom for every individual, but is not a person. So here, Subhash Chandra Bose, he said, struggle is the most important, fight is the most important for the existence of freedom for oneself. So freedom is the most important thing in the world. For that freedom, if you develop a very courageous manner, we may start very nicely about the human existence. So here he has given right way of understanding about the human existence. So here relating with society, relating with the problems, relating with the future, he has designed one. But he has differed with Mahatma Gandhi relating with approach getting freedom. They fought in the peaceful manner. He thought that he has given one beautiful statement, one beautiful quotation given Subhash Chandra Bose relating with achievement of freedom. So no change occurred in the history with the help of discussions. He said, if you approach any country, any politician, any leader with a friendly manner, with the discussions, with the petitions, they won't listen. They won't listen your thing. You have to develop more courage. You have to develop more revolt. You should be very energetic one. Your energetic approach will create a change in the other person. So almost in the French Revolution, in the Russian Revolution, in the Chinese Revolution, in the all revolutions of the country, even you see the American Revolution, all the revolutions we find fight is the central point. So here my approach is fighting with the Britain with a courageous manner. So without having anything, without having a courageous outlook, if you stop discussions, it may go years to years, months, years. It will go endlessly. To avoid that, we have to create dignity with the energy. For that, my philosophy is we are ready to die for the country. We are ready to do for country with utmost energy. We have decided our life is dedicated for the freedom of the country. We have no any selfish ends. We have no any other motives. We have no any desires. We are psychologically committed to commit our body, mind, energy for the fighting of the country. So for this sense, we may operate that. But on the effect of Subhash Chandra Bose, the Britain has got extraordinary changes. They decided we have to go with a smooth manner. Otherwise, Subhash Chandra. So here, after getting independence, after 8 or 9 years, the Atley, the ex-prime minister, a prime minister at the time of giving independence to India, Atley was in the India, in the conversation, in the one conference, one person asked, so you are a great persons, you have ruled throughout the world, you have conquered many countries, many things. What is the reason for giving freedom for India? At the time, there is no disturbances. In 1947, some not more disturbances. What is the cause? Who is the responsible? He said, the major portion of the goes to Subhash Chandra Bose. The highest effect on the basis of Subhash Chandra Bose Azadi in the Force, his effect, his relations with Adolf Hitler, Japan, is a terrific outlook, his courageous actions have created in us a change to give freedom. That is the most percentage. Then somebody asked, what is the effect of Gandhi in the freedom struggle? They said, so Gandhi effect is there, but it has a lower effect. The highest effect of freedom struggle created by Subhash Chandra Bose, but Gandhi also created some effect, but it's a minor effect, not a major effect. Because of terrific fighting of Subhash Chandra Bose we have given. Because of Subhash Chandra Bose fighting, we got freedom. Now we got not present 75 years ago on the occasion of um, 75 years of celebrations of independence, Azadi ka Amrutotsav. Okay, in this connection, we are remembering the great acts of Subhash Chandra Bose. He said, you have to follow the eternal law. That law is, you must, if you must give, if you get, if you want to get, you must give. If you want to get, that is the principle. This principle has created extraordinary inspiration in the mind of Subhash Chandra Bose. So he used so energetic, committing a total life for the freedom struggle. That is the approach. So because of various Second World War, friendship of Adolf Hitler, helping from Japan, and also some great helping from Indian community, Subhash Chandra Bose have done. So he has created a wonderful situation to get. But in this connection, we are remembering the great contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose. At the same time, great contribution of Mahatma Gandhi. But it may be a major, the Gandhi may be a minor according to the Prime Minister of ex-Prime Minister of Britain. But in this connection, we feel very happy to appreciate, to remember the great contributions of great leaders. Because of their contributions, we are living with the human dignity. So this is a nice occasion to remember. So he said, nobody has a power in the world to keep India in the bondage. At the end of the meeting in the Burma, Subhash Chandra Bose said, I have an intuition, I have a sensing. Shortly we may get the freedom for India, but whether we may live or not, we don't know. We are in the war, we are in the great journey, we are in the fighting, but there is a sure, soonly we may get the freedom for India. So he's a yogi, he's a philosopher, he's a meditator, he's an extraordinary person. So up to independence struggle, he is a fighter. Then he has become a saint, a simple person, a pure person. He lived with a simple manner in some parts of the world. So he lived with relaxation to avoid all types of people. So in this connection, self-confidence, self-reliance, goal-oriented thing, honest living, dedication to our country, dedication to our energy for the growth of country. These things we have to remember in this occasion. Amrit sir, I concluded this speech, Amrit sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I am allowing the participant to interact with Professor P. Chennai, sir. Over to the participants. Anyone?
Hello, sir.
Good
Good evening,
please tell
sir.
me.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Tell
I'm
me.
Dr. Gayatri.
Please tell me.
Sir. Okay, sir. Subhash Chandra Bose is a great patriot and a freedom fighter, no doubt in it. But he did a friendship with Hitler. Hitler is a very dictator, Germany. Is it good? Yeah, in your opinion, is it correct path?
Now, some
How
for
can you justify
example,
this, sir, please?
you are a you are a you are a assistant professor. You are a lecturer in Department of Education. Am I right? You are a lecturer here in the SV University Department of Education. Are you right? Okay. For example, I am not using example for you. I am a person. I am going in the silent walking. Some rowdies will come. Automatically, I may give call to the 100. I may call police. I may give help from the police, and I may free from the rowdies. So here, the British have conquered most of the countries. From 1857 to 1947, nearly 90 years, he has not given freedom. So many people have got imprisonment, life imprisonment, so many things. But he may be a different. But Subhash Chandra Bose has taken help to get freedom for the country. You see, to give freedom, to give help, to protect people, if you take help from a energetic, powerful person, is a justified thing. So, from point of dictatorship or killing for a Nazism, that may be there. But from understanding of people for protection of the freedom of the country, so what Subhash Chandra Bose has done right on that context for the dignity and protection of the country. Okay, Gayatri,
Okay, thank you, sir.
welcome.
Good evening, sir. My name is
Hello.
My name is Venkateswara, Ganapati, sir.
Please ask
Sir,
Venkata.
one of the famous quotation of Subhash Chandra Bose is, the secret of political bargaining is to look stronger than what you really are. Is it possible in the present scenario, sir?
So it is a possible, because when we have no freedom, when we are in the freedom struggle, they have negotiated with the British people. They have given more options. For example, you see, in 1947 we got freedom. Before that, they passed a act in the British Parliament. What type of act they passed? Here in India, we have 562 institutions, jamindaris, small type of states, 562. In the act, they said the 560 should be there in the country. The 5 should be there in the country, or the 5 should be there in the separate manner. If they want to continue, they may want to continue, or they may want to disappear, or they may live with the independent manner. There is no problem. So this type of act. So for Sardar Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru, they have created powerful. So the role of Sardar Patel for unity of the country is a vital thing. We have to remember the great contribution of Sardar Patel. That is the most important thing in the life. That is the most important thing in the life. So here in the society, political thing, bargaining of political thing means if you bargain anything, so they may give something. For example, you see in the Quit India movement in 1935 Government of India Act. So here Home Rule movement. So reforms in the education in the 19th century. These things are occurred with the political negotiation. With the help of Unvicent, many people, they have negotiated with the Britishers. So they have got a high level of response from them. Through negotiations, they started universities in India. Through negotiations, they started the local self bodies in India. Through negotiations, they have got a representation system of democracy occurred through 1935 Act. Before that, so here this political bargaining is to get more strong results relating with our development. It has happened in the independence struggle, but in the modern time also in the states, in the center, the employees, those who are working in the universities or government, they are also bargaining with the government for pay commission, for problems, for some anti-national activities. These things are happening before independence and the present also. This is essential for all the time for all human beings to protect their rights to live very happy manner. Venkateswara garu.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot.
I think that you got some clarity.
Yes, sir. It is clear, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
Venkatrao garu, please share something, ask something,
First of all,
share something.
First of all, I thanks to Amareshwar garu, because this topic is a very essential topic to discuss in this country right now. Very
Oh yeah.
the uncomparable patriot in this country, Subhash Chandra Bose
Yes.
garu, because he is only freedom fighter to fight against the direct to the British government. There is such a
Yes.
situation right in the world. At that time, he negotiated with some treaties with other countries. No other Indian political leader will go forward to talk with other countries.
Yes.
Among the country, some of them are fight with Britishers, but other out of the country, only the Subhash Chandra Bose will take that type of responsibility about the freedom for this country.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Very wonderful topic. You are elaborating. Speech is more informative for all these people. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. So you see, so he civil service, he passed the civil service examination in 1920.
Yes.
He resigned for civil services. So he has a beautiful handwriting script. It is there in the YouTube also, joining report. He is a great meditator and yogi, and he has extraordinary perception relating with the world affairs. He observed the Second World War, the dominating factors and weak factors, and he has observed the failure of Britain and the European countries. He observed the domination of Adolf Hitler, Nazi government, and he got. And he trained the people, Azadi in the force, with the help of soldiers. So he got money and help from the Indian society also. So Adolf Hitler has given a great promise, I am with you. So I enjoyed your presence. I appreciate your dynamic outlook of coming to Berlin to fight with Britain. I am with you. So he has given extraordinary courage, assurance to Subhash Chandra Bose. That is a great thing in our life, because that is the key point for us. Now we are in the freedom state. We are living the freedom point. So the motto of Subhash Chandra Bose is through fighting, through blood, through coercion, through domination, through energy, through powerful. So Britain thought that If you want to give freedom to India, the Adolf Hitler, Japan, and all Subhash Chandra Bose, they all come to Delhi. Already they started Chalo India Delhi program. After some time, they may conquer the Rashtrapati Bhavan in India. They may conquer. Why should we give that scope to them? We should give with a gentle manner. That sense they have given. For that, Subhash Chandra Bose is at that time going to foreign country. So when he was in the house arrest, he left the house, he entered in the Afghanistan, then he entered to Russia, then he entered to Germany, Berlin. So with a courageous manner, he met Adolf Hitler, had a discussion through that. So we have to feel very happy, enjoyable, dignified for great contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose for getting the freedom to live in this manner in our society. So Venkatrao Garu, thank you for your nice presentation. We feel very happy for your sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Welcome. So after becoming as a head of the department of Andhra University, we are congratulating you on behalf of Amrit sir and myself. We are congratulating you. 2 days ago, you have joined as a head of the department for philosophy. You are a nice person, and you have entered our discussions. We feel happy. So your remarks on Subhash Chandra Bose also trustworthy. Thank you.
Any other? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any other?
You
Okay,
ask one
sir.
question, Amrit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, after going through the autobiography of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, how he fought, but what we learned from him, sir, maximum richest people in India, they deposited their money in the Swiss bank. Well, it is not useful for them or neither in our own country or to them. So, what are the lessons? Why the people are behaving like that, sir?
So actually, Subhash Chandra Bose, Subhash Chandra Bose observed the actual conditions of the Indian society. That's why before independence, he has given principles of socialism. He said classless society are essential for the growth of India. So here, after getting of independence, some people have no, in the world we find diversity. People have no inner understanding. That's why they may develop ambition, greed, various types of desires. They may forgotten that we have come with the emptiness and we are going with emptiness. We are travelers in the world. We may live sometime in the world. We have to share here resources for our biological and psychological survival. If you accumulate more wealth and more things, that is nothing but creating inequality in the society, lack of understanding, lack of vision. The rich people are accumulating. After some time, from CBI or ED or Anti-Corruption Bureau or a CID or some source, they are facing consequences. But at present, our Indian government has taken a step to remember our great independence leaders, freedom fighters' contribution. If you remember the great contributions, we may live with a simple and honest manner. So throughout the world, people may remember people, and they may take some good suggestions if they have wisdom. In any time, people may remember, they won't take any suggestions. They only listen. Their inner ego, desire, ambition, greed, they follow. They may face consequences. In this connection, we have to remember the great principle given by the Subhash Chandra Bose. He said, the eternal law, you must give if you want to get. So here, if you give some goodness to society, you may get some goodness. If you give some dishonesty to society, you may get some bad consequences. That's why the Subhash Chandra Bose approach is you have to give good to the society, you have to take good from the society. You have to do good things in the society, you have to take peace in the society. If you are missing the approach of giving good things to society, in the future you may get consequences. That's why follow law of action. You are responsible for your actions and the words. That's why be careful. At present, people are not caring their words, their actions, and their inner consciousness. That's why they are facing. For that, we give suggestion that inner wisdom is the most important to live peacefully, to avoid corruption charges, to avoid bad consequences in the present life. So live with a balanced life, follow the rule of balance, then they can live very pleasantly in the present world and the present society. Amrit sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
I think with your permission now I can go for presentation.
Okay,
Thank you very
please.
much for your wonderful keynote address and discussion, sir. Right.
Thank you.
Right. So good evening to Professor Chennai sir and all the participants once again. Life lessons from India's true leader Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. The two learning outcomes, understanding the concept of true leader, who is true leader, the learning lessons from Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Right. So yesterday we tried to listen this video. Today I rectified the problem. You can watch on the Dangal movie, one motivational song for all of you.
तेज भाग बबीता
रे बापू मेरे ये जुल्म न कर और पे करम बच्चों पे सितम। पापा सलवार कमीज में भागा नहीं जाता। रे बापू मेरे ये जुल्म न कर, ये जुल्म न कर। बापू सेहत के लिए,
टुकड़ा नहीं है
बापू सेहत के लिए तू तो हानिकारक है। बापू सेहत के लिए तू तो हानिकारक है। हमको थोड़ी दया तो कर, हम नन्हे बालक है। हमको थोड़ी दया तो कर, हम नन्हे बालक है। डिसिप्लिन इतना, डिसिप्लिन इतना खुद खुशी के लायक है। बापू सेहत के लिए तू तो हानिकारक है। हमको थोड़ी दया तो कर, हम नन्हे बालक है। हमको थोड़ी दया तो कर, हम नन्हे बालक है। डिसिप्लिन इतना, डिसिप्लिन इतना खुद खुशी के लायक है। बापू सेहत के लिए तू तो हानिकारक है।
दो छोरों को पीटना की इतनी बड़ी सजा आज तक पूरे विश्व में किसी को ना मिली होगी।
काली तो उसने मने दी थी ना, तन्ने हाथ रुहानी की क्या जरूरत थी है?
अब बता रही है
अन्ने बोला पिकनिक शिकनिक जाना है मोड़ा, जो
और नीचे तक जा,
टॉर्चर है गाना, तो टॉर्चर है गाना। रे बच्चों से ही बोले के ना करना बचपना, जो तो टॉर्चर है गाना, तो टॉर्चर है गाना। टॉफी चूरन खेल खिलौने उलझना न पराठा,
भी क्या बेगी सब कराएंगे मम्मी।
बस इस पहलवानी से बचा ले।
साड़ भर के लिए भूल जाओ कि थारी कोई माँ है। रे इतनी जल्दी भूलेगी?
जो के बात कर रहा है महावीर, छोड़ यहाँ रखाड़े में, इस उम्र में पाप करवावेगा के?
दिल लेने गया रे बचपन, झड़ गई फुलवारी, कर रहे हैं जाने कैसी जंग की तैयारी। सोते जगते छूट रही है आंसू की पिचकारी, फिर भी कुछ ना हुआ मगर मोरन तेरे बलिहारी। तेरी नजरों में क्या हम इतने नालायक हैं, तेरी नजरों में क्या हम इतने नालायक हैं। मैं तुझसे बेहतर तो हमने छोड़ दो रे बापू, मैं तुझसे बेहतर अपनी हिंदी फिल्मों के खलनायक है। बापू से हट के लिए तू तो हानिकारक है। मैं भी तो नहीं हुई पूछने वाली थी।
Right. Why I showed this video to actually a maximum successful people, their approach is different. It is not easy, simply and easily. So we need a leader, we need a visionary person, we need courageous, so many good qualities we need. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more before here become more, you are a leader. A true leader here you can has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. He does not set out to be a leader, but becomes one by the equality of his actions and the integrity of his intent. So these are qualities of a true leader. Here, some other qualities of leadership qualities: the transparency, positive attitude, courage, empathy, honesty, focus, creativity, humility, vision, purpose, enthusiasm, resilience, accountability, confidence, passion, able to inspire, commitment, drive, so many n number of qualities. So all these qualities, Dr. Subhash Chandra Bose, the real pictures of Subhash Chandra Bose. Actually, Netaji, in general, maximum people, they call born January 23rd, 1897. Birthplace is Cuttack, right now, Orissa, or now we are calling Odisha. Parents, Janaki Nath Bose, father, and Prabhavati Devi, mother. Here, spouse, Emily Skanki, maybe pronunciation is different, and children, Anita Bose, PFAFF. I don't know how to pronounce it, but education here you can see Ravenshaw Collegiate School, Cuttack, Presidency College, Calcutta, and the University of Cambridge, England. Already, Professor Chennai sir mentioned about he cleared in civils exam, but because of freedom, national freedom movement, he inspired by many other people, and he entered here. Religion is Hinduism. Publications here: the Indian struggle 1920 to 1942, here movement, Indian freedom movement, and political ideology, nationalism, communism, here fascism and inclined. Death August, Professor Chennai sir rightly mentioned. There are some people, they say it is not happen. It was not happened on August 18th, 1945. Maybe around 66, like that, whatever Professor Chennai sir mentioned. So here memorials, Renkinji Temple, Tokyo, Japan, and Netaji Bhavan, Kolkata. So these things are simple autobiography of Subhash Chandra Bose. Someone is trying to mark. I will share the screen, don't worry. Right. So this one here, you can see the died unknown they mentioned. Here, Anita Bose, I don't want to read again. So I can show you a nice video about Subhash Chandra Bose, the original video. Someone is trying to please don't do anything, otherwise it will create some unnecessary disturbance. Simply watch. I can, slides are also, I can provide you. Right. This is the original video of Subhash Chandra Bose along with Rabindranath Tagore and Mahatma Gandhi.
बढ़ाए जा खुशी के गीत गाए जा ये जिंदगी है कौम की तो कौम पे लुटाए जा कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा खुशी के गीत गाए जा ये जिंदगी है कौम की तो कौम पे लुटाए जा तू शेर हिंद आगे बढ़ हमें से फिर भी तू न डर उड़ा के दुश्मनों का सर जो वतन बढ़ाए जा तू शेर हिंद आगे बढ़ मरने से फिर भी तू न डर उड़ा के दुश्मनों
I increase the quality of the video.
उड़ा के दुश्मनों
বন্ধুগণ, আমরা সকলে দাস হয়ে জন্মেছি। আসুন আমরা সংকল্প করি যে আমরা মরবার পূর্বে স্বাধীন হব।
জাগ্রত চিত্তকে আহ্বান করি, যার সংস্কার মুক্ত উদার আতিথ্যে মনুষ্যত্বের সর্বাঙ্গীন মুক্তি অকৃত্রিম সত্যতা লাভ করে। এখান থেকে এই প্রার্থনা মন্ত্র যুগে যুগে উচ্ছ্বসিত হতে থাক। বাঙালির পণ, বাঙালির আশা, বাঙালির কাজ, বাঙালির ভাষা। সত্য হোক, সত্য হোক, সত্য হোক হে ভগবান। বাঙালির প্রাণ, বাঙালির মন, বাঙালির ঘরে যত ভাই বোন এক হোক, এক হোক, এক হোক হে ভগবান।
Is going to be free. Our struggle is no doubt a non-violent struggle. But even a non-violent struggle demands an army, an organization, and a machinery.
Bis zum Siege weiterzuführen, zu bekräftigen in diesem Kampf, der für Indien ein Kampf ums Heil
I think I don't know some technical aspects. Okay. Right. So this is actually on Subhash Chandra Bose visited Singapore. The true video. These are all original videos.
1月7日、自由インド仮政府主犯、スバス・チャンドラ・ボース氏は、空路ビルマに到着。日本と共にアジア解放の戦いに駒を進める、バーモー・ボースの両巨頭、故最前線ビルマ。
I think I can minimize only if I maximize, it is not working. Yes, it's taking, I don't know, too much time. So it is Singapore by Japanese TV.
1月7日、自由インド仮政府主犯、スバス・チャンドラ・ボース氏は、空路ビルマに到着。日本と共にアジア解放の戦いに駒を進める、バーモー・ボースの両巨頭、故最前線ビルマに相対して、今や戦局の切り替え、必勝攻勢の時至る。ネリー進軍の日、近きにあるを心に帰して、祝前主犯の閲兵を受けるインド国民軍。同日、主犯はラクシュミ婦人部長らを帯同。バーモー国家代表を正式に訪問。仮政府のビルマ進出を祝福するバーモー首相と、共に固く敵撃滅を誓い合う。本議会において東条首相を重ねて、インド解放に実力をもってする援助を始末と、州外に鮮明する折から、ビルマ戦線にようやく戦機動く。
Right. So one more very beautiful video. This is visiting Japan. You can see what type of welcome and invitation received by Subhash Chandra Bose by Japanese to Subhash Chandra Bose. It's a really heart-touching video. The school children of Japan, by standing on both sides of the road, they welcomed Subhash Chandra Bose.
光は東方より古きアジアの終焉を告げ新しき世界歴史の進展を宣言する大東亜会議。これより先10月31日自由インド再政府主犯スバス・チャンドラ・ボース閣下は帝国政府の同政府承認に対し感謝の意を表明するため来庁したまたまこの世紀の大会議に陪席する光栄を担ったのであります。賢くも天皇陛下には大東亜会議に列席し共栄圏の輝ける歴史に三たる1ページを記録すべき重大使命を担って来庁せる中華民国、タイ国、満州国、フィリピン国、ビルマ国の代表を11月4日宮中に召させられご艦隊ご激励のご示しをもってご参を御催し遊ばされました。なき戦いは無力であると痛感するに至った。かかる見地からインドの武力奪還を提唱されかつ闘争されてきた我が友スバス・チャンドラ・ボース閣下こそは独立指導の最適任者である。アジア10億の民衆団結なった今日インドの独立また近きを確信する。
Unless India is free. I understand that my friend Mr. Bose will also have an opportunity to address Your Excellencies. All that I wish to say will be in the nature of preparatory observation, preparing the way for the Indian leader. I say that Nippon rules
大東亜会議が送る絶大の支援に対し自由インド仮政府主犯ボース閣下だってインドにあっては完全なる独立か力ずんば死滅なるのみと東映武力決戦の固き決意をひれき熱烈たるその叫びは深く一同の胸に食い入りインド四億民衆の先頭に立ちイギリス打倒に爆心する偉大なる指導者に満場の徴収祝電として無言の激励を送る。
Not merely as the makers of a new Nippon, not merely as the makers of a new East Asia, not merely as the makers of a new Asia, but as the makers and architects of a new world. Sisters and brothers of Nippon, allow me first of all to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the exceedingly warm and cordial welcome you have given us this morning.
また名簿ドイツ代表
Very nice videos. Right. Actually, on the occasion of his birthday, the hero today means on 23rd January. Right. Today, a hero was born with a dream of free India. They celebrated every year. We are celebrating 23rd January, Subhash Chandra Bose Jayanti. Yeah, biography of Subhash Chandra Bose, very nice video. Then we'll move for his wonderful lessons. Actually, these days videos are taking some time. Okay. So this is the original photo of Subhash Chandra Bose after Azadi Hindu House. Freedom is not given, it is taken. So this is already Professor Chennai sir rightly mentioned. Actually, he has a different ideology to get freedom from Britishers. So freedom is not given, it is taken with our militancy or struggle. So life loses half its interest if there is no struggle. See, so he likes struggle. Without pain, no gain. In English, you are already well know. If there are no risks to be taken, so risk is always important. The courageous people, the first quality is they are the lover of risk. When we stand, the Azad Hind Fauj has to be like a wall of granite. When we march, the Azad Hind Fauj has to be like a stream roller. So one individual may die for an idea, but that idea will, after his death, incarnate itself in 1,000 lives. So he always motivated others be so innovative ideas to get freedom. Forget not that the here gross crime is to compromise with injustice and wrong. Remember, the eternal law you must give if you want to get. Another well-known lesson from Subhash Chandra Bose. Men, money, and material cannot by themselves bring victory or freedom. So money is not sufficient. We must have the motive power that will inspire us to brave deeds and heroic exploits. So Subhash Chandra Bose, no matter what you may say, it's your action that speaks for you. So dialogue, Professor Chennai sir already mentioned, dialogues, they have its own limitations. It is our duty to pay for our liberty with our own blood. The freedom that we shall win through our sacrifice and exertions, we shall be able to preserve with our own strength. What a wonderful feeling. We must build up our national defense on such an unshakable foundation that never again in our history shall we lose our freedom. It is blood alone that can pay the price of freedom. Give me blood and I will give you freedom. This is very familiar quote of Subhash Chandra Bose. सच्चाई कर्तव्य और बलिदान की जीती जागती यह मशाल नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस. व्हाट ए वंडरफुल. जो अपनी ताकत पर भरोसा करते हैं वो आगे बढ़ते हैं और उधार की ताकत वाले घायल हो जाते हैं. So it is our duty to depend on your strength, courage. We should have, but not desire today. The desire to die so that India may live. हमें केवल कार्य करने का adhikar hai. So here actually the Bhagavad Gita also says the same thing. Karma, karma hi hamara kartavya hai. Karma. So this is action. Karma ke phal ka Swami wah Bhagwan hai, hum nahi. So do your duty. Don't expect any result. That is up to the gods. So this is just like a theory of karma. What we can do as a citizen of India. Subhash Chandra Bose motivated lakhs and crores of people to come together to fight together for to get freedom to India. Never lose your faith in the destiny of India. There is no power on earth which can keep India in bondage. So remember that the greatest crime is to compromise with injustice and wrong. So maximum people now they compromise with injustice and wrong. We are not in a position to. That's why questioning attitude is very, very important. Reality is, after all, too big for our frail understanding to fully comprehend. Nevertheless, we have to build our life on the theory which contains the maximum truth. That's why Satyam Sivam Sundaram, one more slide. An army that has no tradition of courage, fearlessness, and here invincibility cannot hold its own in a struggle with a powerful enemy. So we need a courage, fearlessness, and invincibility. You will readily understand my mental condition as I stand on the here threshold of what the man in the street would call a promising career. Nationalism is inspired by the highest ideals of human race. This even our Doordarshan motto also Satyam Sivam Sundaram. So the truth, the God, and the beautiful. बिना या जोश के आज तक कभी भी महान कार्य नहीं हुए. So wonderful. It is our duty to think innovatively. So Subhash Chandra Bose ideology is different. Mahatma Gandhi's ideology different. While watching the movie of Subhash Chandra Bose, almost 3 hours, wonderful movie. I'm going to show you the Atlee remarks on Subhash Chandra Bose. The secret of political bargaining is to look more strong than what you really are. Professor Chennai sir delivered the same thing in his keynote address. Soldiers here who always remain faithful to their nation, who are always prepared to sacrifice their lives, are invincible. So it is our duty, everyone we are soldiers. Maybe no need to join only army, navy or air force, or no need to wear dress. Every citizen of India, if we treat ourselves, we are the soldiers, we can protect our nation. It is our duty to pay for our liberty with our own blood. So we cannot sit still because we cannot or do not know the absolute truth. See, being a patriotist, a great son of India, but he's a true spiritualist also. We must have the motive power that will inspire us to brave deeds and heroic exploits. That's why he visited Singapore, Japan, Germany, even Thailand, so many countries to unite. So this is wonderful. Maybe we can watch a few minutes. Here at the third minute, the Atlee what he mentioned about Subhash Chandra Bose. Very nicely, this video they covered, but it is in Hindi. Actually, our participants both are from Hindi and English background, so it is good to listen even Hindi also. आपके सारे सवालों के जवाब एक ही वीडियो में. Just wait for a few seconds. It is not played, Yasubu. It is not still buffering. Just for 1 minute. Otherwise, I can show from YouTube itself. Just 1 second. I can close and I can open again.
तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा।
दोस्तों, देश के इस महानायक के बारे में देशवासियों के भीतर कई सारे सवाल हैं। पर्दे के पीछे का वो इतिहास आमतौर पर इंटरनेट पर मौजूद नहीं है, लेकिन दोस्तों आज मैं आपके सामने द नॉलेज के माध्यम से उस इतिहास से पर्दा उठाने की कोशिश करूंगा। जैसे कि कैसे बने बोस इस देश के महानायक, क्या बोस की मृत्यु विमान दुर्घटना में हुई भी थी या नहीं, कैसे भारत को आजादी सिर्फ बोस की मदद से मिली, क्यों अंग्रेज बोस से थर थर कांपते थे, और क्यों जर्मनी से लेकर रशिया और जापान जैसे देश बोस का सम्मान करते थे। दोस्तों आज इन सारे सवालों के जवाब को जानेंगे। मैं हूं हितेश गोसाई और आप है द नॉलेज के साथ। सन 1947 में हमारे देश की स्वतंत्रता के वक्त ब्रिटेन के प्रधानमंत्री क्लेमेंट एटली थे। अब स्वतंत्रता के बाद एटली पहली बार अक्टूबर 1956 में भारत आए थे और उस वक्त उनकी मेहमान नवाजी तत्काल कार्यकारी गवर्नर फणिभूषण चक्रवर्ती ने की थी। इस मुलाकात के दौरान फणिभूषण ने बातों बातों में एटली से एक सवाल पूछ लिया। सवाल था, आपने जिन कारणों से भारत को आजादी दी, उन कारणों में महात्मा गांधी के स्वतंत्रता संग्राम का योगदान कितना था। इसका एटली ने जवाब दिया,
Just maximize to watch nicely.
पूछो तो एटली का ये जवाब गलत भी ना था। दूसरे विश्व युद्ध में पायमाल हुए एक्सिस और अलायंस दोनों पक्षों के देशों में अब इतना सामर्थ्य नहीं था कि वे किसी बड़े देश पर शासन चला सके। इसलिए अंग्रेजों ने जॉर्डन से 1946 में और पैलेस्टाइन से 1947 में विदाई ली। श्रीलंका और म्यांमार को तो 1948 में सामने चलकर आजादी दी। इजिप्ट को तो सिर्फ 34 सालों के अंदर अंदर 1952 में आजाद कर दिया और मलेशिया को 1957 में स्वतंत्र किया। फ्रांस ने भी 1949 में लाओस से, 1953 में कंबोडिया से और 1954 में वियतनाम से अपने बोरिया बिस्तर उठा लिए और नीदरलैंड्स भी 1949 में डच ईस्ट इंडिया और इंडोनेशिया से पलायन हो गया। समझने वाली बात यह है दोस्तों कि भारत के अलावा इनमें से किसी भी और देश में महात्मा गांधी न थे, फिर भी ये देश आजाद हुए। तो आखिर इसका कारण क्या था? तो आज इतिहासकारों का बड़ा वर्ग ये मानता है कि ये देश आजाद हुए नहीं थे, उन्हें आजाद किया गया था। अब इसके लिए आप इनडायरेक्टली हिटलर को जिम्मेदार मानो या कुछ हद तक महात्मा गांधी के आंदोलन को कारणभूत मानो, पर एटली और पूरी अंग्रेज कम्युनिटी को भारत की आजादी से पहले और उसके बाद भी अगर किसी एक शख्स से खतरा था तो वो थे एकमात्र सुभाष चंद्र बोस। ये खुद एटली ने कबूला था। 19वीं सदी का अंत होने को था। भारत में अंग्रेज पूर्ण हुकूमत भुगत रहे थे। चारों ओर ना कोई आजादी की बात हो रही थी और ना ही इनकलाब की आवाज उठ रही थी। इस माहौल में उड़ीसा के कटक में 23 जनवरी 1897 के रोज भारत के एक सपूत का जन्म होता है। माता का नाम प्रभावती दत्त और पिता का नाम जानकी नाथ बोस और उस देशभक्त का नाम था सुभाष चंद्र बोस। बोस सच्चे देशभक्त थे। उन्होंने अपने माँ बाप से भी ऊपर देश को समझा था और अपना पूरा जीवन देश को समर्पित कर दिया था। खुद सिविल सर्विसेज में टॉप हुए थे, लेकिन फिर भी उन्होंने ग्रेडेड नौकरी को लात मार दी और देश सेवा के लिए अपना मार्ग खुद तय किया। बचपन से ही बोस के अंदर रिबिलियंस एटीट्यूड डेवलप होता है। वो कहीं पर भी अंग्रेजों का अत्याचार देखते तो उन्हें उन्हीं की भाषा में जवाब दे देते थे। गांधी जी और बोस में यही अंतर था। गांधी जी आजादी अहिंसा के बल पर मांग रहे थे और बोस को साम दाम दंड भेद किसी भी तरीके से आजादी पानी थी। उन्हें सिर्फ रिजल्ट से मतलब था, इसलिए इस मामले में वो चाणक्य जैसे थे। वो दुश्मन के दुश्मन को अपना दोस्त समझते थे और इसी समीकरण के कारण उन्होंने जर्मनी और जापान से हाथ मिलाया। बोस को बस अपने देश की खुशहाली से मतलब था। कुछ समय बाद बोस एक्टिव पॉलिटिक्स ज्वाइन करते हैं। पॉलिटिक्स में रहकर भी सुभाष बाबू देश हित में काम करते थे और इसी कारण अंग्रेजों ने उन्हें 11 बार जेल में भेजा। इन्होंने अंग्रेजों के नाक में दम कर रखा था। अंग्रेजों ने सोचा कि ये लड़का हमसे संभलेगा नहीं, अब या तो इसे खत्म कर दो या तो दबा दो। अंग्रेजों की इस मंशा को बोस जान जाते हैं और इसीलिए 1941 में 11वीं बार अरेस्ट होने के बाद बाहर आते ही वो अपने भाई की मदद से देश छोड़कर अफगानिस्तान के रास्ते रशिया भाग जाते हैं। वहां जोसेफ स्टालिन से जाकर मिलते हैं और कहते हैं कि आप मेरे दुश्मन के दुश्मन हो, इसलिए मेरे दोस्त हो। स्टालिन उन्हें जर्मन करेंसी मुहैया करवाता है और वहां से जर्मनी भेज देता है। वहां वो हिटलर से मिलते हैं। हिटलर बोस की मदद के लिए तैयार हो जाता है, उन्हें रेफ्यूजी देता है और देश से दूर विदेशों में बैठकर बोस भारत की आजादी के लिए लड़ने के वास्ते फौज बनाने में जुड़ जाते हैं। अब प्रिजनर्स ऑफ वॉर यानी विश्व युद्ध में अंग्रेज सेना के साथ शामिल होकर जो भारतीय सैनिक जो जर्मन सेना से हार गए थे और जर्मनों ने उन्हें युद्ध कैदी बनाया था, उन सिपाहियों को बोझ छुड़वाते हैं और उनकी खुद की फौज में शामिल करते हैं। और ऐसे ही दुनिया भर से भारतीय युद्ध कैदियों को बोस अपनी आर्मी में ले लेते हैं। यहां भारत में उनके भाई के अलावा और किसी को भी मालूम न था कि बोस गए तो आखिर गए कहां। गांधी जी, नेहरू, कांग्रेस और देशवासियों के साथ अंग्रेज भी सदमे में थे कि बोस आखिर कहां चले गए। दोस्तों, बोस बाबू की एक खासियत थी, वो किसी की भी आंख में धूल झोंककर अंडरग्राउंड होने में माहिर थे। उन्होंने गुप्त रहकर भी एक शक्तिशाली सैन्य का निर्माण कर दिया। सुभाष चंद्र बोस ने अंग्रेजों के सामने लड़ने के लिए बकायदा एक पूरी की पूरी फौज बना ली थी, आजाद हिंद फौज, इंडियन नेशनल आर्मी, और जिसे INA भी कहते हैं। और सत्तावार आंकड़ों के अनुसार उनके इस सैन्य में 55,000 सशस्त्र सैनिक शामिल थे। फौज के इस निर्माण के बाद अब समय था लोगों के सामने आने का। बर्लिन में बोस रेडियो स्टेशन के जरिए दुनिया के सामने आकर बोलते हैं, मैं सुभाष चंद्र बोस हूं और मैं जिंदा हूं। ये सुनकर यहाँ पर देशवासियों की आंखों में हर्ष के आंसू आने लगे। देश में लोग दिवाली जैसा उत्सव मनाने लगे। अब टाइम था एक्शन लेने का, जो जर्मनी से संभव न था। इसलिए सुभाष बाबू भारत की स्वतंत्रता के लिए ब्रिटेन के दुश्मन जापान से मदद मांगते हैं। अब जापान ने तो उन्हें रशिया और जर्मनी से भी अच्छे से ट्रीट किया। जापानियों ने बोस को छोटे भाई की तरह समझा। तब जापान के तत्काल प्रधानमंत्री जनरल तोजो ने 16 जून 1943 के रोज अपनी संसद में ये बयान भी दिया था कि भारत की स्वतंत्रता के लिए हम उनकी हर तरफ से सहायता करेंगे। जापान का प्लान म्यांमार के रास्ते ब्रिटिश इंडिया पर आक्रमण करने का था और सुभाष बाबू की सेना के साथ मिलकर अंग्रेजों को भारत से खदेड़ने का था। इसका बकायदा पूरा का पूरा प्लान बनाया गया था। और इतना ही नहीं, बोस ने तो स्वतंत्र भारत का एक प्रोग्रेस मैप भी तैयार कर रखा था कि स्वतंत्रता के बाद देश में करेंसी कौन सी होगी, कानून व्यवस्था कैसी होगी, पुलिस कैसी होगी, नए भारत का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कैसा होगा, गरीबों का उत्थान कैसे किया जाएगा और देश के विकास की सारी योजनाओं का मैप उनके पास तैयार था। अब 1944 में ही सुभाष बाबू की सेना और जापानियों की फौज बेशक अंग्रेजों की खटिया खड़ी कर देती, लेकिन नसीब ने साथ नहीं दिया। एक तो बारिश का मौसम जल्दी शुरू हुआ, जिससे जापानी सैनिकों की आगे कुछ धीमी पड़ी और जुलाई 1944 में दूसरे मोर्चे पर विश्व युद्ध लड़ रहे जापानी सैनिकों को बड़ी मार पड़ी, जिस वजह से जापान ने फिलहाल ब्रिटिश लश्कर से भिड़ने का मन बदल दिया। सुभाष बाबू के लिए ये वक्त बहुत ही कठिन था और आजाद हिंद सेना के पास उतने सैनिक नहीं थे कि वो अंग्रेजों की सेना से भिड़ सके। प्लान चौपट हो गया था। सुभाष चंद्र बोस ब्रह्मदेश के रंगूर शहर में वापस गए। 24 अगस्त 1944 के रोज उन्होंने रंगून रेडियो स्टेशन से ये अनाउंस भी किया कि इन्फाल सैन्य कार्यवाही विफल रही है, पर देशवासियों को लड़ाई चालू रखने के लिए और आजादी के लिए संघर्ष करते रहने के लिए उन्होंने प्रेरित किया। भारतीय क्रांतिकारियों के सहित पूरे देश की जनता के बीच सुभाष बाबू हीरो बन चुके थे। बोस के इस आह्वान से पहले ब्रिटिश इंडियन नेवी और बाद में ब्रिटिश इंडिया के सारे फोर्सेस ने अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ बगावत कर दी। उन्होंने कहा कि हम अंग्रेजों के लिए लड़ेंगे ही नहीं। फोर्सेस ने वॉकआउट किया सो किया। ऊपर से इंडियन नेवी ने तो अपने सारे जहाजों के अंदर और अपने सेंटर्स में सुभाष चंद्र बोस की तस्वीर तक लगा दी। अंग्रेज कम्युनिटी भारतीय सैनिकों की इस बगावत से और विदेशों में बैठे बैठे उनमें जोश भर रहे सुभाष चंद्र बोस से डर गई। उन्हें सिविल वॉर का आगाज हो गया और इसी कारण उन्होंने भारत को जल्द ही स्वतंत्रता देने की बात कर डाली। कुछ महीने बाद 13 अप्रैल 1945 के रोज ऑफिशियल दस्तावेजों और रशियन सेना के मुताबिक हिटलर आत्महत्या कर लेता है। मई 1945 में जर्मन नाजी सैनिक मित्र राष्ट्रों के सामने पराजय का स्वीकार कर लेते हैं और इसी साल के अगस्त महीने में अमेरिका जापान के हिरोशिमा और नागासाकी के ऊपर परमाणु बम गिराता है। जापान घुटनों पर आ जाता है। ब्रिटेन और अमेरिकन सेना सिंगापुर, मलय, थाईलैंड और ब्रह्मदेश की ओर अपना रुख करती है। जापान पर हुए घातक हमले के वक्त बोस सिंगापुर में थे। वहां से वो एक हफ्ते बाद 16 अगस्त 1945 के रोज थाईलैंड की राजधानी बैंकॉक पहुंचे। बैंकॉक में बोस की आजाद हिंद सरकार का मुख्य केंद्र भी था। बैंकॉक में बोस बाबू जापान के प्रतिनिधि हैचिया तेरुहो से मिले। हैचिया ने उन्हें बताया कि जापान की तरफ से अभी आजाद हिंद फौज के लिए कोई दिशा निर्देश नहीं है और सुभाष बाबू को यह स्वाभाविक भी लगा क्योंकि जापान खुद उस समय बैकफीट पर था और अब आगे की रणनीति सुभाष बाबू यानी नेताजी को खुद तय करनी थी। आजाद हिंद फौज में एडीसी रहे कर्नल हबीबुर रहमान ने यह कहा था कि जापानियों के साथ हुई मीटिंग के बाद नेताजी पूरी रात भर सो नहीं पाए थे। दूसरे दिन यानी 17 अगस्त 1945 के रोज वो इंडियन नेशनल आर्मी यानी एनआईए के विमान में बैठकर सुबह बैंकॉक से रवाना हुए और दोपहर को वियतनाम के हो ची मिन्ह शहर के सुनसान एयरपोर्ट पर उतरे। विमान में उनके साथ ही एएस आयर, कर्नल प्रीतम सिंह, देवनाथ, गुजराल सिंह, रहमान और आबिद हसन जैसे अफसर थे। वहां एक दूसरा प्लेन भी उतरा जो जापानी लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल इसोदा का था। वहां पर बोस बाबू को कहा गया कि अब उन्हें एनआईए का प्लेन छोड़ देना है और अपना आगे का सफर अकेले जापान के फाइटर प्लेन में तय करना है। बोस बाबू को इससे कोई आपत्ति नहीं थी, पर उनके साथी उन्हें अकेले जाने देना नहीं चाहते थे। इसलिए बोस ने जापानियों से बात की और उनके साथ एक और साथी को ले जाने की बात हुई। सुभाष बाबू ने साथियों के पास जाकर उनमें से एक कर्नल हबीबुर रहमान को कहा कि कर्नल आपको मेरे साथ आना है। रहमान तुरंत तैयार हो गए। करीब शाम के समय नेताजी और रहमान जापानियों के फाइटर प्लेन में चढ़े। उनके साथी अफसर भी उन्हें विदा करने के लिए प्लेन तक गए और आखिर कुछ देर बाद प्लेन वहां से रवाना हुआ। यहां तक की कहानी तो दोस्तों साफ है, क्योंकि नेताजी को विदा करने वाले उनके अन्य साथी वहां पर मौजूद थे। और अब इससे आगे की कहानी बेहद शंकास्पद और एक रहस्य है। याद रहे कि इससे आगे होने वाली घटनाओं की पुष्टि ना तो मैं करता हूं और ना ही द नॉलेज चैनल। ये बस ऑफिशियल दस्तावेजों से प्राप्त हुई माहिती है। कहा जाता है कि हो ची मिन्हा शहर से निकला वो प्लेन नेताजी को लेकर शाम को 7 बजे वियतनाम के एक शहर तुरान में उतरा।
This is actually Subhash Chandra Bose full movie. Those who are interested, you can go through it. So like this. So this is the last video of the presentation. Tribute to Subhash Chandra Bose.
Our countrymen and our sisters and brothers at home have been doing their best in the circumstances in which they are placed. But the enemy is ruthless and desperate, and he is armed with it. Against such a brutal foe, no amount of civil disobedience or of sabotage or of revolutionary terrorism can be of any avail. Therefore, we want to expel the British power from India, have to fight the enemy.
उड़ा के दुश्मनों का सर जो शेर वतन बढ़ाए। तू शेर हिंद आगे बढ़ने से तू कभी न डर। उड़ा के दुश्मनों का सर जो शेर वतन बढ़ाए। खुशी के गीत गाए जाए, जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए। तेरी सुनता रहे जो सामने तेरे खड़े तो खाक में मिलाए जा। हिम्मत तेरी बढ़ती रहे, खुदा तेरी सुनता रहे जो सामने तेरे खड़े तो खाक में मिलाए जा। बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए जा। में दिशा संभाल के लाल किले पे गाड़ के लहराए जा, लहराए जा। चलो दिल्ली पुकार के में दिशा संभाल के लाल किले पे गाड़ के लहराए जा, लहराए जा। बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए जा। बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा।
Very nice. We are proud to celebrate and recall his services. The great son of the great nation, Subhash Chandra Bose. Really, we are happy under this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and our workshop series to recall once again the Subhash Chandra Bose services. Thank you very much. I can make Professor Chennai sir as a co-host. Over to the participants and Chennai sir, only 1 or 2 minutes, then we'll go for vote of thanks and feedback form. Sir, Chennai sir, over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, and you have taken more care to take more valuable videos relating with Subhash Chandra Bose and the video of the film. So congratulations for you for your nice contribution.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So here, what is the one point? What is the important quotation do you like in Subhash Chandra Bose, Amrit sir? So you tell tentatively also, not exactly, but say something.
Give me blood, I give you freedom. This is really I like, sir. Because during that situation, fight against Britishers, that is very, very essential, because Britishers are not trustworthy. It is better to use Chanakya Niti. So Subhash Chandra Bose did the same. And at the same
Wonderful.
time,
Give me blood, I will give you freedom.
Yes, sir. At the same time, Satyam Shivam Sundaram, just to do your duty and don't expect result. This one also really wonderful, sir. It is our duty to do, boss.
Wonderful, Amrit sir. Very good.
Thank you very much, sir. With your permission, may I go for vote of thanks?
Vote of.
So we are grateful to, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are grateful to Professor P. Chennai, sir, our keynote speaker, coordinator, my own guru, for wonderful keynote address. Really, we are grateful to sir. Whatever topic I can, without asking, in general, I always select the topic. After selecting, we inform to Professor Chennai, sir. Sir will become ready within a week. 2 keynote address, sometime 4 keynote addresses. Really, we are grateful to you, sir, from bottom of our heart. Professor.
Thank you, Amrit sir.
Welcome, sir. Most welcome, sir. Professor P.S. Shukla, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Northeastern Hill University. Professor Raja Reddy, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sri Venkateswara University. Professor Mipun, sir, Professor Dikshit, sir, Professor Mitali Kowar, ma'am, Dr. Rajendra Prasad Bartukur, sir, Dr. Frutusani Gogoi, madam, and the noble participants. We are grateful to you for your valuable time spending and joining this great program. It is our, at least our duty to recall the great services of Subhash Chandra Bose and freedom fighters, those who are directly or indirectly fought for us. Because of them only we are now enjoying our freedom. This is the maybe blessings of and sacrifice of lakhs of people and crores of people. We are grateful to them every time, every moment. With this, thank you very much. I'm going to share Janaganamana, then immediately I can share the feedback form.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. Thank you. I'm sharing a feedback link. Please submit, and after submitting you can check. YouTube viewers also, please, you can submit. Sushila madam, you please submit here. You can check, ma'am. Chat box we are submitting here. If you click that link, automatically it will, one link will, window will open. You can fill, ma'am. Yeah, please. YouTube viewers, please, you can submit. So I'm closing YouTube live now. Already I shared the feedback link. You can submit. Thank you. See you next week.